Hi guys, Azlin here, and welcome to another edition of Success 101. And today's topic is really inspired by a recent news that I was given just like a couple of days ago by my mentor. So before I just share more about it, I would like to just, for the sake of people who don't know me, let me just give a short intro about myself. I'm Azlin. I'm living in Singapore. I'm 33 years old, and I used to work in a bank for like almost 4 years of my life after graduation. And I choose to kick my boss and go on this path less traveled. What is it? Doing entrepreneurship, right? And I was actually seeking for work life balance. I am someone who seeks for balance in having fun and at the same time doing something worthwhile in my life. So apparently, working doesn't cut out. So I discovered that the only way that I can share value and I can discover more of myself is through doing business. Doing business, I understand, is like a path where you will learn more about yourself. So I got onto it. I actually started a fitness company where I help women mainly to lose weight. And after which, that was when I got to know a business coach by the name of Surya, and she actually loves to guide young people like myself to start a career in doing business. So I learned from her, and that was where I learned nutrition from her because she's a celebrity nutritionist right here in Singapore, and I learned from her, and that was when I begin to fall in love with the wellness industry. I discovered that there's so much meaning to actually help people and advise people on what they should eat, what they can feed themselves, especially right here in Singapore. Now, for those of you who are not familiar on Singapore, we are known as a country which has a lot of food variety. You can find foods from all over Asia and from different ethnicities. So it's a food heaven here, and we have so many 24-hour eateries, and I'm not referring to McDonald's or any of your fast food joints. No, a lot of hawker centers. Yeah. So yeah, and it's great to know that there are alternatives that I can share with people about changing their diets and just taking good care of themselves, right? So um, and from being exposed to the wellness industry was where got my first few gigs of speaking, talking to people, sharing, spreading the awareness about nutrition and natural healing. And I discovered a new passion, something I liked, which is to speak to big audiences. And I really like that. And so I would first speak to one on one, and then the crowd just grew to 10 to 20, and I think the largest crowd that I've spoken to about nutrition and natural healing is to 30 people. That's the biggest stage I have in terms of speaking, right? Public speaking. So and I mentioned to you about my mentor, right, Surya? Now she has this wonderful, wonderful academy which is called Success Leap Business Success Academy, and I'm actually one of her MBA students. So it was truly an honor when a couple of days ago she actually told me that she is going to offer me an opportunity of a lifetime, right? And she said it's going to scare me shitless, and yeah, it did. Until today, I'm like, oh my god, it's really happening. Okay, so what is it? What's the big announcement? One of my dreams came true when she came up to me with this offer. She said that here's an offer, Azlin, for you to speak at one of the top universities in the world. And I said, where? And she said, Harvard. Harvard University, guys. She gave me an opportunity to speak on the stage at Harvard University, and it is part of this forum called the Business Expert Forum. So it's gonna be amazing. I mean, when I heard that offer, I mean, my jaw literally dropped. Like I was gaping, like, seriously? And I immediately say yes. You know, I felt so uncomfortable. Like my mind was telling me, "Are you crazy? Do you think you're ready to speak on such a big stage? Who do you think you are? La 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 la." You know that voice in your head. Yeah. So the voice in my head was saying all that, but I knew, I knew that the moment I feel uncomfortable, it's something that I got to do for myself, right? And I have a message to the world which I want to share, and this opportunity is exactly what I need, right? And I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that it is my time. It is the right time for me to take this opportunity and just share my message to the world, right? So I've accepted it, and I will be speaking in July. In July, guys. So it's super exciting. So because of this news, it really inspired me to share about this topic. And the topic that I'm going to share about today is about dreams. How can you make your dreams come true? Like I'm having mine one now and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so this is what I did, and these are things that I'm sure you've heard of, but you have not heard it from me. And I'm here to tell you that whatever these successful people have been sharing, please listen to them. They know what they're talking about. You know, they're talking from experience, for God's sakes. Keep an ear open. So, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do to turn your dreams into a reality. Okay? So, number one is, if you want dreams to be a reality, you got to have dreams in the first place, right? And the dreams that you have must be big. Why big? Because regardless whether the dream is small or big, it takes the same amount of effort. It's just to think about a dream, you know? So, since you can dream, might as well dream big, right? So, make sure that you have a big dream. And when you have these dreams, most important thing is to write it down. Write it down on a journal book that you may have. If you don't have it, get one. Because there is this magic that happens when you write down something. It's something that I can't explain, you know. It's energy. Everything around us is energy. So when you write things down, that is an energy, and it's somewhat a contract, a personal contract that you actually make between you and your maker, or whatever that you wish to call God, you know, the mighty one, the great, you know, the unseen, the universe, whatever is it that you call, right? For me, it's Him, you know, our creator, my creator. It's like a contract that you write with Him, and it is a contract for yourself. It's for your growth. So it's fantastic, right? So write it down. So have big dreams and write them down, right? And tip number 2 is, once you've write it down, visualize. This is important. Why? Because, you know, when you have thoughts, if you were to realize, when you have thoughts, they are in pictures. They're never in words. They are all in pictures. It's like a motion picture playing in your head, you know, like a movie. So, and when you have thoughts, when you have certain thoughts, it's connected to certain feelings, right? And when you feel and when you can see, that's where you yourself believe that it can happen. So that's important about visualization, and there's many ways where you can visualize. I read books by Louise Hay. She practices positive affirmation, right? Saying out positive affirmation, and so you can say it out, or whatever your dream is, to yourself in the mirror, and at the same time when you're saying it, you can see yourself. There are other meditation gurus who, through meditation, when you close your eyes and for like maybe 30 minutes, will go through a process where you will think about your short-term goals, your mid-term goals, and your long-term goals. What are your dreams and what do you want to achieve? And you imagine them as if it is already happening in your head. That's the power of visualization, guys. how do I know it works? Well, okay. Apart from this news, right, this dream that comes true that I'm talking at Harvard, there are times where I want to go on a trip, right, for a vacation trip, and I set my mind to a country, and I say, okay, example, I feel like going, like, maybe I should go to Bali, and what will I do? I will start checking out the resorts, right? Look at what things they have, what activities they have, and check out the flight, and as I'm doing that, I capture pictures that kept into my head, and I said, wow, Bali's gonna be wonderful, gonna be wonderful. And as I'm saying that, and I'm seeing these pictures in my head about Bali, and the feeling that comes with it is happy, exciting, looking forward for it. But somehow it opens this, I don't know. I tend to wait when I'm going out or I'm out. I will hear people like talking about Bali, you know. And also when I walk out, I'll see public transport like the buses, ads on the buses or on the taxis, like Bali. Like, whoa! I mean, it cannot be a coincidence, because, like, if you have watched or read the book on The Secret about law of attraction, what you focus on expands. So when you visualize it and you feel as if it's happening, you are creating your reality that it is true, right? So it's very powerful, and that's what I do. I frequently visualize myself standing on stage and talking to people, and one by one opportunities open for me where I literally stand on stage, talk to a group of people about whatever topics that I know can change someone's life, right? Like health, wellness, mostly these two topics. So it does work. Okay, so you already set a big dream, you already write it down, and you're visualizing it. Comes tip number 3. Step number 3 is basically to take action, right? It's the most important one. I mean, you have a dream, you know the dream, you visualize it. If you keep just dreaming and visualizing, it's not gonna come true. You got to take the necessary steps. You don't have to wait for the actions to be perfect. Just take small, imperfect actions to reach your desired destination, and have faith. So, example, maybe your dream is to eat a banana. I'm simplifying this. I'm oversimplifying this, but it's for you to understand. So you want to eat a banana, and you dream of it, right? And you visualize eating a banana, and you start salivating. I mean, how powerful the mind is when you visualize and you have the emotions connected to it. Your mouth really salivates. Try thinking eating a lemon. You will salivate a lot. So that's the power of the mind. And you try and you just dream and visualize. There's no banana, guys. It requires you to take action, to actually go to the room or the kitchen to get yourself the banana. And if there's no banana there, then you got to go down to the shop and buy yourself one. And that is just it. You just make your dream of eating a banana come true. Isn't it? So guys, really, you got to take action. Okay? So those are the 3 steps to actually make your dreams a reality. Step number 1, write it. Step number 2, visualize it. Step number 3, take action. These 3, I tell you, you do it conscientiously, you follow and you do it diligently every day, all your dreams will come true. So I wish you the best of your success. Until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.